Oh, you're the live button.
So random. So random.
I'm doing my dance. This one.
To the squatty potty.
To the squatty potty dance. Hey, it's appropriate. Welcome to the show, everybody. Happy Friday.
What's going on, guys?
This may be the first live stream on the channel in like a month. Must be. Got notification. We are good. Clutchy Poo is live on Twitch. I am not. This is good.
Hey, that's a first, right? I mean, last time we had the inaugural first DJ Goham stream on Twitch. It was epic.
Took what, 40 minutes to realize?
I can't remember what happened. How did you even figure out you were live there? I can't even remember what it was anymore. Oh, someone commented.
Maybe.
Yeah, someone commented and they're like, "Oh, DJ, you're streaming." And wait, what? It says pardon?
Well, not today, man. Not today. There is one thing that I need to add to our doc. Crawl Farms and Custom Mining are working on a wheeled 715 Steiger.
Okay.
No big deal. So we'll talk about that. Big shouty outy to my Discord for letting me know. It would know. We got a lot to talk about today.
Well, I mean, we missed a week, yes. So there's a little bit to talk about. But I mean, we've got more news now.
We have some news. Last week we did not have no news.
There wasn't a lot of mods either, to be honest.
So we're not. Yeah, we only had mods 5 days in a row last week.
There was nothing really,
and mods 5 days in a row the week before.
Was there anything that's like notable though? Really?
I mean, there could have been, but we'll never know because we didn't do a top mod video last week. So go check out Farmer Cops, even though he does top mods the right way and completely different from the way I would do them.
Definitely the right way though. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, he just uses like whatever's the best rated, and those are usually not the best mods. So we'll tell you later in the video.
What are you talking about?
We'll tell you later in the video which mods you need to download. I'm gonna tell you,
Daddy. I feel like you don't know what you're talking about sometimes.
All right. So look. So today and yesterday have been a day.
yeah. I've heard.
Currently, it's been about a day and a half for me. It is 3:10 p.m. I'm going on 12 hours awake. Yesterday would have been going on 13 hours awake at this point. It was a long day yesterday, and I finally got in bed around 5:30 and fell asleep around 6:30.
A long, hard day, eh?
Yeah, and then I woke up at 3:30. Scared myself.
This is like stuff that you would have been normally doing about 3-4 years ago, though. This would be like a normal day for you.
Yeah, it really would have been. So I would have basically worked from like 8 until 6, and then slept from 6 to 8. Yeah. And then showered, and then went to bed and worked from 9 to like, I don't know, 3, 4.
Yeah, back when it was back when he was known as Fun DJ, and now he's not known as Fun DJ anymore.
I've not been nice in my mod reviews lately, or my news for that matter.
Yeah, we could talk about that a little bit as well.
I guess we can. Quite a few things to talk about. We are going to talk a little bit about Omatana's name change. I don't know if she's around today or not. Maybe. If she is, we will see. We'll also take a look at the comment she made on the video a few days ago when we talked about her, as well as like a bunch of other modders. Oh, and Mapper's Paradise and Celebuki have teamed up. Kind of neat.
I like when guys team up.
Moving on, we have a new DLC.
I'm just saying.
Which the title of the stream, I believe, if it's not changed yet, DLC or paid mod. And for once, I made the title.
I'm not even the one being crusty here, chat. It's not even K Sims today being crusty about this.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that a bit for sure, but
I dove into a bag of shake and bake.
A bag of chicken.
You said crusty, and my first thought was, all right, how do I bring up shake and bake?
I don't know, but that was not the right way. But all right. It's gonna be interesting. I want to hear your thoughts on that for sure. So we'll have to dive into the mind of DJ Goham. Hopefully, you guys brought your cat herding skills in the chat. We're gonna need them today.
I will do my best. Hey, normally I don't drink coffee on the show, even though I say it's coffee. It's usually just a mug with Monster in it.
Yeah. How's that coffee treating you?
Well, this is pot number 2. Actually, I've been drinking so much coffee today that I almost brought the pot in here and just sat it on the desk beside me. Oh, I got new Legos, by the way.
Yeah, we saw that was the members.
Yeah. I gotta show everybody later.
You were such a nerd.
Today's gonna be a day. You have to hang out with us.
It's been a day already, and we haven't even started yet.
And we will definitely be asking you about your thoughts as well, because there's definitely some stuff going on that would be nice to see. I think the question really is DJ overreacting, or he is? Yeah, I guess he is.
No, at this point in time, I'm not even sure. So we'll have to chat with the community a bit about this for sure. And the mind of DJ, yeah, I know. We're gonna find out what he thinks of everything, and then we'll let you guys we'll let you guys sound off a little bit on this and see what you guys say. Can't be that bad, right? Are we playing the game?
No, we don't. We're not playing a game today. If you're here to watch a stream of somebody playing the game, I'm sure that somebody is doing that right now somewhere.
Just not here.
Just not there. We do have a couple people that have dropped the member chats in there. We'll talk about them after we do the little thing at the beginning where I go doop 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 doop.
You did a really good job there. That was close.
Thanks. I've almost learned it again. I've forgotten the show's theme.
I mean, I could just hit it. If you want me to hit it, should I hit it?
Yeah, let's do that. And then after that, let's go do another thing. And then after that, we should do something else. And then we'll do the show. Or we could skip that third thing and we could just do the show and then we'll move that third thing to later. There's also another option if you want to hear it.
I don't know what the third thing is.
Thank you to G-Portal for sponsoring this episode of the Farm Sim Show podcast. They host premium game servers for Farming Simulator 22 that work on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Klutch and I have both been working with them for the past few years, and they have hosted our public and private game servers ever since. If you're looking for an easy way to play multiplayer with your friends, this is the best way to do it. G-Portal servers allow you to have full control over your game, what mods are installed, permissions, and the game can be available 24/7. For Farm Sim 22, they've got a few different server options from 4 players all the way up to 16, and you can get an extra 25 gigabyte of mod space. Choose between 9 different server locations around the world to host your game, and you're ready to go. If you're interested in grabbing a game server for you and your friends, use the link for Klutch or myself at the top of the description and get 10% off all G-Portal game servers right now. Again, thank you to G-Portal for sponsoring this episode of the Farm Sim Show podcast. That's in this room, but I look like I've gained a lot of weight since then.
Were you just using a filter? Is that what it was?
No. Not now, and I wasn't then.
There it is. Let's say we usually have like a little button at the bottom there. There we go. See, I fixed it.
Sponsored by G-Portal?
I fixed it.
Yeah. They treat us well. And we got to meet a couple more people at PAX. We've talked about that a million times now, so we won't bring them up. But we did have a good time. Looking forward to seeing Dave again later this year, hopefully. And that's what I got.
Before we get into this,
don't bring it up.
We need to talk about what happened to your beard.
No, we don't. We don't have to talk about that. All right, look, here's what happened. I woke up.
We don't need to talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Saturday morning, and I found 11 white hairs just spread out. A couple of them are on the sides. I couldn't reach them. And for the past few years, I have been pulling the white hairs out. And it hurts. But I don't want to color my beard. I don't know. I also don't want to walk around with a bunch of little white scragglies in my beard. So right now you got beardless ham. May go to scruffle ham at some point. I don't know. I don't really like the razor burn that I'm rocking right now. So
I wonder if I can put a beard on my face here. Hang on. This one. There we go. I could be like, wow.
Yep.
No? You want me to leave that on?
I feel like if you asked ChatGPT to draw creepy uncle, that's what you would get.
Hey, Sonny, you want some candies?
No. No.
Can you just reach into my pocket for these candies for a second?
Don't like that. At least it's not a fanny pack. I did. I got my face too close to a harvester. That's I will say this. It has been hilarious seeing all of the different comments and nicknames that people have been giving me in the videos this week.
Best nickname so far.
What's the best one?
You've seen.
Some of them have been a little bit rude, but those are actually my favorite, but I don't remember those. We'll have to go back. Richard's had a couple as well. Beardless ham.
Richard's on top of it.
Yeah, it's salt and pepper ham. Yeah. Anyway, so keep them coming because I think they're hilarious. So if you get through the YouTube filter, thumbs up. Bring it on. What else we got? Should we talk about the new DLC?
Oh boy, where do we want to start with this? So for those that are not aware, new DLC has been announced, coming out 1 week. Is that right? What's the release date on that one?
That is Tuesday, April 30th.
April 30th. Mm-hmm. So we still got another week and a bit. 2 weeks. Anyways, whatever. You guys know what I'm saying here.
Yeah, it was 3 weeks from the announcement date.
So the name of this is the Productions Pack DLC, I believe is the official name of this. Production Pack.
Yeah.
So you gotta get words mean things, guys, apparently.
The thing is, there's not a whole lot of production going on with the pack.
Well, maybe that's why they didn't say productions.
And it's not really farm related either. It's like business.
Well, this has always been my gripe with. I mean, even we go back as far as like global companies in Farm Sim 19.
Ooh.
I know it's a dirty word for you. I get it, but we talked about this, and it's. I will give it the fact that it's a nice little add-on. You know, productions and the global companies think they're nice little add-ons. You can do things that maybe just to extend the gameplay a little bit of Farm Sim, right? You can make things a little bit different. You want to own a bakery, you want to own whatever it is. You want to run a flour mill, fine, you can do it. But that's not really what Farm Sim is to me. Yep. I'm still arguing that fact in my head.
And meanwhile, I'm more less Farm Sim is this, Farm Sim is that, and more just like I said this earlier today in my news video. I said I'm a digital farmer. I'm not a real farmer. It was a piece of equipment. Actually, we're going to talk about it later in the video. And I was like, I don't know what this is. So, yeah. So that's what. But you know, I like the productions. It's no surprise. I do flower farming. I harvest flour, but I see a lot of buildings and sheds in this pack, and DMI, Dutch Mining Inc. We're changing their name to Design, Modeling, and Innovation. Perfectly timed with a DLC. Their mods are the ones where you are basically forced to download on every map that releases.
And so that's another thing as well, right? This is not an in-house built mod pack. Or mod pack DLC, I should say, right? This is, once again, similar to Pumps and Hoses, where it is a third party that's making this DLC to some degree. Is that right? Am I saying that right?
Yeah. The thing about DMI is they've never done anything like this before. They've never partnered with Giants on anything. Whereas there's a couple other groups like Vertex Design or just a humble shed farmer. Yeah. Or Creative Mesh, right? Like we've talked about, like those guys have, you know, I don't want to say earned their spot because Dutch Modding have definitely got up there, but I think a lot of their downloads, probably more than half of their downloads, have come from forcing other people to download their mods.
Yeah, it's always an interesting debate to be had on that for sure.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what this is to begin with, then we can kind of debate what it's not, if that makes any sense. I don't know.
Yeah, you couldn't have said that any better. Man, that was so good. That was so good.
So we're getting 24 new items. It's going to be $7.99 USD for everyone that's not, or in the US. If you're not in the US, I think Canadian, it's like $10 to be honest.
Yeah,
I have no idea what it is in Europe. This is the PC, obviously Mac version, Xbox, PlayStation. Everybody's getting this pack come April 30th. And as we scroll down, you're going to see that it's mostly sheds.
Yeah, these, I mean, so for example, at the top right hand corner, that one's listed as a vehicle and box storage shed, which and it's listed under storages, which just heads up, there's no category called storages. We have silos.
Yeah.
But
And
storages,
well, like a lot of these are listed the same thing: open front shed with bale storage under storages.
And then vehicle storage shed, but it's in sheds, and open front shed and sheds and bulk storage. I'm gonna stop.
I'm going to go. Do you think that these will have like an auto load functionality, kind of like the storage sheds we have in the last DLC?
If they don't, somebody's gonna be real unhappy when they do their first look on this DLC.
All right, well, there you go.
His name rhymes with me, J. Momam. Rhymes actually really well with that.
BJ, oh man.
Yeah.
Wow. Who could that possibly be? Guy's got a weird name, whoever it is.
Yeah. There's a couple neat. There's some neat stuff.
The other interesting thing, of course, sulfuric acid. Now we've got is a type.
Yeah, mix that up with the Lely sphere with your animal byproduct and create some fertilizer out of it. That's kind of cool. I mean, solid and liquid fertilizer. I assume this makes liquid fertilizer. That goes a lot further than slurry does. So that's pretty cool.
It's funny though. You get stuff like this. There's nothing that really works with like pumps and hoses. Like I wish they would make it so like pumps and hoses had like a spot where you could, if you wanted to, use pumps and hoses along with it almost in a way too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything there's any way of doing that. They could make it so it was combinable. But anyways, I digress. The one that caught me off guard, I should say, was the washing drum.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Even though in the blog, I don't know if you noticed this, but they actually referred to the Lely sphere when the washing drum was shown as the picture. And
really?
When we got the stuff, I hit him. I was like, "Hey,
I don't know if I missed that.
You know that these are in different spots, right? Like this picture doesn't match what you're talking about." I was like, "Well, these are the screenshots." So
yeah. Well, I do have like a screeny up here. I saw up in the top. They were looking at it. Where is it? There it is. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of that, right? It gives potatoes something else to do with potatoes, I guess. For those, I know there's there's definitely a dedicated group of people that love doing things with spuds.
Yeah.
So that's just one more thing you can do with it, right?
Yeah.
Solar panels are also playing a pretty big role in this too, right?
Yeah, it says that it's extendable, but I don't know if you can buy like multiple of them and they hook together. There's also a picture at the top, if you go up to the top of the kind of like a thumbnail today.
Yeah.
Where we've got the solar panel thing out, unless they've taken that off.
It's gone.
That
She
ain't
gone,
there.
man.
That ain't there no more. Well, we got 6 pictures and there's only 5 up there. Anyways, on our thumbnail, we've got the solar panel in the back, and I used it. I know Mr. Silly P used it for his preview as well.
Yeah.
And which is pretty cool. But maybe they hook together kind of like the silos do now, the bunker silos.
Yeah.
I can't imagine walking up to it, hitting B on the controller, and it extending.
That would make sense, but you never know, I guess. It's interesting, regardless of which, it is kind of interesting. Another wind turbine as well, which, okay.
Small wind turbine.
Yeah, I guess. What was I seeing? There was something I was watching an actual real life video on the YouTubes actually recently about people doing grape. Well, it was for wine, but it was grape harvesting.
Mm.
But they have a wind turbine that's powered by an engine, and they use it in the evenings when it's too hot to blow across their grape fields.
Oh, very interesting.
And I didn't get the whole gist of what it was about, but they have a wind turbine for that. So I was like looking at the small turbine, and I'm like, well, it's kind of like the same size. Would you ever have to use that? Anyways, I kind of hope not, because that'd be one more thing that I would want to do with it. Anyways, moving along.
I mean, that sounds pretty cool.
It sounds interesting, I guess, right?
Yeah. But this doesn't do that.
All right. No, I didn't think so. I'm sure it just makes money, right?
Yeah. Washer drum's cool. Lely Spear's cool. Cleaner Tiger. I think that does basically the same thing as a washing drum, more or less. The washing drum's interesting too, because you can put a bunch of different crops in there. Whereas the Cleaner Tiger
is just beets, right?
I think it's just beets. Does cut sugar beets. It also removes the stones, but I don't know if it gives you stones or not. There's not a lot of information, and I have some information that I don't think's been said yet anywhere. At least in our channels, it hasn't. There are no fact sheets for this DLC. First DLC I can ever remember.
Yeah, I can't think of the last time that's happened. You're not wrong.
Now, to be fair, I don't think anybody other than me cares about fact sheets, but I care about fact sheets even on the DLC.
I remember back in like before 19 launched, there was I had a debate with somebody about that. It's like, does anybody care, like, give a crap at all about fact sheets anymore? Or fact sheets, like, does anybody really will wait on Thursday for the fact sheets to come out with on bated breath? I was like, oh, the fact sheets are here. The fact sheets are here. No, it's DJ. He's the only one. And that was literally your text message when he sends it to me. We got a bunch of selling points as well, which is
okay. But like, I don't want to be that guy, but they look almost exactly like the ones from Omatana's packs that had to have the names changed. So, like, what are we really getting out of this?
I don't know about those. Yeah, that's yep, that's the thing. That's the thing. The vending machine, like, there's a lot of selling points here, guys. Like, when they say they've got 24 pieces of equipment in here or 24 things, you're getting like what, half is sheds, half is sell points,
which are also sheds.
I guess technically, really, it's like five kind of interesting mods in my opinion. I like the idea of the distro center. I don't know exactly how it's going to work yet, but it looks cool. We do have a couple mods at our distribution centers of sorts, or warehouses.
Yeah, I was gonna say this would be super cool if we didn't already have a few that I think do the exact same thing. Auto loading or not, you can. There's even one that we have now where you can set it up however you want on the inside and put the racks where you want them and do auto loading if you want. Like,
I hope it's. I don't know. I hope it's flushed out and properly done. That's my concern. Yeah. And same with like the workshop. I hope this is a properly done building. This better not just be like a. Is there an interior for that workshop? Have they shown any interior pictures of it?
Yeah, there's one. So that's one of the pictures.
Yeah.
And I think there's one more as well.
There's one here, this one here.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it looks kind of neat on the inside to me.
Yeah.
Like, where are those flags from it as well? Like, those flags, we don't have those flags in the base game. And why are there flags in the interior of a building? Kind of, I mean, I'm not hating on it. I thought they would be placeables, but they're not showing up here.
Yeah, because there's nothing really else as far as decoration or anything goes, right?
Yeah.
The solar panel washing robot, interesting. So does that mean our solar panels, or is it just the one solar panel is going to have a new gameplay element added to it, I guess?
Well, that's the thing as well. How does it work? It says it's remote controlled in the blog, but
there's a lot.
It's under
questions and answers. That's what it seems like to me.
It's in miscellaneous. So is that miscellaneous placeables because it's got a little house, or is it miscellaneous as the vehicles? Like, this is information that we want to know, and it just, there's a lot more questions than answers with this DLC, and I think people would either like it a lot more, or maybe not like it as much if we had some more answers.
And that could be it. You're right. It is. This comes to the debate of this whole Farm Sim show. Is this a DLC or is this just a mod pack? And okay, it is $7.99. It's $8. It's not going to break the bank. If you are someone who gets all the Farm Sim stuff, if you get every DLC, this is just another DLC you're probably going to get and mess around with for a bit. You might find something in here you use every time. You might just be like, oh, I don't need anything in here anymore. I'll use it once and forget about it. That could be a thing too. But I don't know what to think of some of the stuff. It does feel a little mailed in right now. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned, I went into my showcase of all the equipment on Tuesday. I went into that thinking in the preview, like I recorded the preview video early, as most people did. And I was like, oh, this is going to be fairly neat. And then like I pulled this page up on Tuesday morning. It's all the sheds. I'm like, what the heck, man? Like,
it's a lot of sheds that are almost the same.
They're almost the same, and it's almost like they've got a bunch more on Mod Hub already that look real similar.
Yep. Yeah. There's just like, I'm really I'm hoping that there's some kind of an auto load feature, because if these sheds, these ones here in particular, don't have the auto load, they are the same shed.
Yeah, there may be some upset DJ sharing his opinion even harder than he is now.
Yeah. So it is some new stuff, like the wash bays. I like that. That's kind of neat. That's a new element. The fertilizer, that's kind of cool. Yeah, for the price of just those little features, the workshop, the solar panel, and the distro center, like that's the stuff I'm kind of looking at. Like, okay, that's neat. It's kind of different. Is that worth $7 or $8? That's a hard sell for me. But whatever.
Well, two with this one, Giants didn't make it. They're just publishing it technically.
Yeah.
So this is a third-party DLC, which then leads me into that. Now, this is something that's very unfair for me to say, but I have to say it anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know what DMI modding did to be able to have a paid DLC spot.
Yeah, that's a whole other debate. Like, what would it take? Like, what would be the policies going forward? And obviously, we're not privy to this information.
Yeah.
But what would it take for a modder, like for Giants, to put it out and be like, hey, you know what? You want to become a paid part of the mod hub? We'll put your mods in the mod hub, but we'll make it in a paid section versus a free section almost. Like, is that where we're going to start going now? It's like, I don't want to have this discussion because it scares the crap out of me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it feels a little bit like we could potentially be going down that route. I mean, if you look at like other simulation type games.
Yeah. I will ask you this though. So I'll tell you something that I would be okay with. And this is going to be the opposite way that you think I'm going to go.
Okay.
If we had like a couple of these a year, let's say, because Giants normally does 4 to 5 pay DLCs for year 1, year 2, and then the past couple years, the last game for Farm Sim 19 and this game, year 3, has been 1 DLC, and it's a paid DLC for third party.
Yep.
Let's say Giants keeps that 4 to 5 DLC a year for year 1 and year 2, but during year 1, or maybe say year 2 and year 3, we also have the creators DLC or the modders DLCs.
Yep.
One of these irritates me because it's a lot of attention on one set of modders. I like Creative Mesh. I've met those guys. Maybe I would like DMI modding as well. I'm sure they don't like me because I've not been nice to their mods for years. So this one's a little bit different too when it comes to that kind of thing. But if we had 5 paid DLCs from third-party modders every year, and like if Omatana was able to do one, maybe 82 Studio dropped in one. Not only these guys, but like other people who get like an invite and say like, hey, we saw you did this like cultivator and it was really cool. Can you do like a whole
cultivator?
Can you do a whole pack of those? Like, you know,
could you imagine to get the invite from Giants and the backstabbing potential that could create?
Yeah.
Like, we already see a little bit of an issue at times with modders.
Yeah.
I want modders to find a way to monetize what they do, of course. Like, that would be great if they could make money doing and to support their hobbies, essentially, right? Much like you and I do here.
Yep.
But at the same token, I wonder what that would do to the farm sim community if all of a sudden, because I'm not saying the exact same extent where you are, where you have several of these mod packs are paid for.
Yeah.
But I'd be more interested in where you could almost have like a free mod hub and a paid for mod hub, and the modder could choose which one their mod goes into.
That would be interesting, wouldn't it? And I would say at that point, creators are probably not getting every DLC anymore, or partners rather.
No, not a chance.
By the way, Mr. Marcel is in here.
Hey, Marcel, what's going on, brother?
If you see mods releasing on Mod Hub, he is the man that does that. He's an awesome dude. We've also got a lot of other people in here. Dazed had a really good point. It's been 2 years or 2 games since we had this.
Mm-hmm. I remember that was huge in 19. Like, there was so many mods in that competition, right?
So about 1 year, if you guys are unfamiliar, about 1 year after the game was released, they would do the mod up competition. They would have it at FarmCon. I don't know if the voting was at FarmCon, but around that time's when stuff would be thrown in. Oh boy. Looks like guys from Giant Software are seeing the title and jumping in and showing their face. Hey guys, what's up? I'm not breaking any of my exclusive gold stuff. It was Klutch. Klutch is his
you
idea.
Can blame me. That's fine. I can take the heat.
Anyway, so but I think with this, is it just because it's happening once? and we hardly know anything, and everything's completely different than any other release, that it's awkward, and because it's a bunch of sheds. It's really
I know, like by comparison, like if we want to look, if we stick in Farm Sim 22,
yeah,
the other mod pack, and the other DLC that was done by a third party was Pumps and Hoses, of course, right?
Yep.
And that brought a whole slew of really innovative and new gameplay features. Mm-hmm. It wasn't for everybody, I agree, but what it did do, it did something that was completely different that hadn't been done in Farm Sim before. And now I look at this particular DLC and like, yeah, maybe the mods or the items are going to be, they could be high end, they could be really cool as individual pieces, but there's not that big innovative piece there that's been missing from Farm Sim, like what Pumps and Hoses did. So I look at that, like when we're talking paid or DLC, paid mod or DLC, it feels more like a mod in my opinion, and it'd be closer. And I'm like I said, it just leads my mind down this whole realm of what could we potentially be seeing going 5 years down the road. I don't know.
Yeah, but at least this, it's very uncomfortable. The same way with the potato DLC back in Farm Sim 19 3 years ago.
Yeah,
it was. I was still a fanboy back then. Just everything was perfect in Farm Sim and nothing could ever go wrong. But yeah, thoughts and things have changed over the years, and I try and be a little bit more critical of things, and not everything is sunshine and rainbows. But
Omatana has a great point on this as well, though. If you were able to release a mod pack, right?
Yeah,
it could inspire a lot more of the community as well. If they realize they could have a financial gain from it potentially, like that could really help develop it. It's a real. I find that that's a bit of a tight walk at the same time. Like it's that tightrope walk. Is that what I'm saying, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, it would be super supportive to modders who are doing stuff, and it would definitely give a lot more than just one team the thing. I will admit, see, every time we did something that wasn't Giants related, Creative Mesh's name was usually on it. Yeah. So I'm sure a lot of people are like, come on, let's get somebody else.
Here you go. You heard it here right first, guys.
But I don't think this is what we meant. We'll bring the mod contest back. I'll make it so. Oh, let's go. You heard him. Why we haven't done it in a while, to be honest. Yeah. I don't know. How cool would that be?
I mean, I know we've had this debate before on like the Patreon sites for mods as well. Yeah. Does this change your opinion of any of that?
What was it? Say it one more time.
Like the mods that are only released on Patreon for purchase.
Oh, I try and report those immediately. So,
well, who do you report them to is the problem, right?
Marcel.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's a PC only mod, what can you do, right? That's all.
I can't do anything, but I can complain.
Exactly. But so does that change your opinion at all versus what could be potentially seeing in the future in the mod hub, right? Like if you're having paid for mods potentially.
I think if you get to see some really interesting stuff, because I have said and think, okay, all right, think about it like this. There's so many cool mods. Imagine Seasons back in Farm Sim 17. So the reason that Seasons, or one of the reasons it came to all platforms, is because they won the mod contest with Seasons.
Yep.
And part of mod contest is you got to be put in a mod for all platforms.
Yep.
It may have been a different agreement, but that's the way it was.
Sounds right. We'll go with it. Yeah.
Imagine if that would have been a paid DLC. Would you have still paid for it? Oh, absolutely.
100%.
Like the best mod that's ever been released for Farming Simulator. I think.
Yeah, exactly. It revolutionized Farm Sim for sure, right?
So I think every year there's so many cool mods that come out for PC only first. Seasons was a PC only mod. Actually, almost all the mod contest mods were PC only. But all the ones that are super cool like that, like GPS or, well, F12 is not going to happen, but things that involve scripting, if they could come to all platforms and like once a month or once every 6 weeks, you had a paid DLC, but it added something like that to the game. Where would you pay for GPS for like if it was $3.99 on Mod Hub?
Yeah, sure.
And I'm just imagine.
Now that being said, I think it's that like something along those lines should be base game, but that's neither here nor there.
Hey, while they're here, I'm gonna play my card. If I have to be heavy-handed one way, I'm gonna go the other way too. He said, "LOL, no."
Busted. No, he's
Anyway,
not listening to me at all. Mr. Marcel, come on.
So I will say this: have I personally been unfair to this DLC? Probably. I have my own personal justifications and dilemmas to work through for that, but that's a me thing. But yeah, like
I know
I'm out of this context, if it was a normal thing.
This particular DLC sits, if we just want to narrow it down, and like there's been lots of third-party DLCs over the past 10 years of Farm Sim. This is not the first time this has happened, but at the same time, yeah, it just seems it's like a bit of a mixed match of stuff as well. I don't know. I'm curious to see. Like, I want to play with it a little bit and get my head wrapped around it a bit more, because it feels like we don't quite understand how it all works yet either.
Yeah, and again, at least for me, because I feel like most of the time I'm a very good voice of the community, but with this DLC, it's been very much DJ and his opinions. I'll admit it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I see myself in the mirror every day. I know what I look like. Leave me alone.
Do you really, without that beater? Do you know what you look like?
No. All right. So I shaved Sunday. Monday morning, I looked in the mirror and almost scared. I was like, "Oh, it's me. We're good." It was bad. Instead of paid mods on Mod Hub, having a way to properly donate free of discretion would be a win for everybody. It's not a bad idea.
I actually really do think that might be a really good idea, to find a way of doing that. I'm not sure how that would look or how that would work exactly, but
put it in the mod up, make it like a mic, or not a microtransaction, but I mean,
a YouTube tip button, right? Like the super chat button.
Yeah, there's no way to do it on Xbox or PlayStation. It would be perfect, but maybe like the Mod Hub website. So go on Mod Hub.
Is there no way you could do that on Xbox or PlayStation or anything? There's no way that would work out?
Can you imagine tipping to like 82 Studio on the Mod Hub on Xbox? It would have to go to,
then the finances have to go through Xbox. They take their cut, and then it works its way down.
Their cut, yeah. Granted, I guess that's the way games work anyway. And third-party DLCs is exactly what they were going to work, because Xbox is going to take their money, and then Giants will take theirs, and everything else will go to DMI.
And Rob's not wrong. Like, that's how itch.io does have that as an like, that's how their site works as well. For many of us who download third-party mods for Farm Sim, there is an option right there.
But I like that. You know, if you've got somebody that's playing and wants to tip their mod, or be like, you know what, I like this mod.
Yeah.
Instead of rate, you have, donate or tip.
Yeah.
Not bad. Farming Simulator Mod Hub is very different than almost every other game out there. There's not a whole lot that's like it. So
that's why I'm very hesitant to look with that, to even put in like a request for my opinion on changes to the Mod Hub at all. Like, that's one of the reasons, because I like the way the Mod Hub is right now in a way. Yeah. And I look at what other games have for their mod sections, and it's like, I don't want that. Yeah. Don't change, please. Stay the way it is, Giants.
So I've thought about this a lot too. We're not going to get to any other topics today. We're already half done with the show.
I know.
Daze says he'd be down for a mod every, having a comment and donate feature would be good for feedback. So
I like the comment idea as well.
So you like the comment idea, but I feel like a lot of be like, quit making sheds, because that's what I would want. That's what I would want.
DJ Goham. No more 3mm plows. DJ Goham. Enough 3mm plow. DJ Goham.
I really like this mod. I didn't say anything nice about it in my video, but I really like it.
Make sure to like and subscribe, DJ Goham. It would be every comment.
That would be rough. Comments won't happen. Ain't gonna moderate.
I mean, we do have a moderator for comments already out there, so I think Mr. Marcel's he's already put his hand up. He would love to have comments, it looks like.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a lot of really cool stuff that you can do, but like the comments thing, it's like, we're not doing that.
I don't blame them for not doing it. I still would like to see some of the comments. It'd be funny. I could make content just based on the comments, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, a Looney Farm guy, he does a mod video on like every single mod. So that's basically the comment section for each mod.
So I should do a video on his videos.
Yes, every single one. There. Hey, we just solved the problem. Mr. Marcel doesn't have to moderate. Looney Farmer guy gets to moderate all the comments.
There we go. You found somebody. You found somebody to stick with.
Ooh, preset reasons for a star chosen be good. For modern understand why the rating's so low. Yeah. Or for people like me trying to figure out why a map gets 100 votes before I can even get a video out.
That's what you need to ask right there.
But I also understand like Cali, KA77E that released their map today.
Yeah.
Their maps have done extremely well. They have seven maps on ModHub right now. To be fair, I think one or two of them are the same, but they're just different names. You've got the Westworld, Fruiting 2K23, Ribac, the White Farm, St. Cali, Bouchon.
I love when we mention somebody and they always just manage to find their way. They're here waiting. It's like in the background listening.
Yeah. There you go. There he is. Yeah, just go bug him. He does a video for every mod. You're welcome.
You're welcome, Looney.
Yeah, that would be. It would be. It'd be good. Yeah, but I think for this DLC specifically, I would like to have more information than what has been given to start with.
Yeah. Once again,
and if there's no, usually for DLCs we don't get many blogs. There's only one thing that we don't know how it works, really. Maybe two.
Yeah, there's a couple things. Like I said, there's nothing revolutionary in this pack by any means.
What if there is? And nobody will tell us. I don't think there is, but what if there is?
We'll see.
And then
anyways, not extremely excited for it. I think that's the last thing you guys could. It's not my type of pack. You guys know this. The production stuff has never been my thing, which is weird because global companies I kind of enjoyed using. Productions I've been a little less about using for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to me. I must have hit myself. I don't know.
Yeah. But I'd be interested. Do you think this is the last DLC for 22? And that being said, I will also say this. Usually by now, we know something about the next game. If not by now, soon. I'm
puckered right now. I'm not going to lie.
I'd written down a day. So in 2 Thursdays is Thursday, April 25th. John, sometimes they talk about stuff on Thursday.
I said last Thursday was the first Thursday of April was my date in my mind.
Yeah.
That we'd learned something. I think I text messaged you and I'm like, nothing going on, right? No news? And you're like, nope, I haven't heard nothing about anything going on. I'm like, great. That's unfortunately my date.
That's why you asked me that day?
Yeah, because I was just making sure I didn't miss something. And I'm like, I'm going through all my social media feeds. I'm like, I don't see anything. And that's why I sent you a text just to find out if you heard anything. You're like, no, I heard nothing. What are you talking about? I'm like, just wondering. How was my date?
And then like in May, if they're going to do anything in May, the 25th is Saturday. Now let me ask you this. The 24th. I don't think Farm Sim 24 is going to be a thing, but if it is, May 24th is a Friday, the Thursday, Wednesday, April. Man, today's the 12th. I don't know.
I just thought the first week of April was my guess was when they were going to at least put something out, some info out, because it's spring, start happening, things are a little stagnant, a little bit it feels like, and it's like, oh, here, guess what? Boom, let's fire it up.
Well, let me hit you with some truth serum stuff.
Oh boy,
I believe.
Hang on a sec. Go.
That's everybody. So I believe Thursday, April 22nd was when they talked about Farm Sim 22.
That was April 22nd?
2021.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it was the 22nd of April.
Go all the way back to 2018. The first time we learned about Farm Sim 19 was on Friday, March 9th. And I know this because that's the day I started YouTube. And the first, I woke up and saw Squad had released a video at like 4 or 5 in the morning. I was like, all right, I'll make a video. That's what it was. So, and this is all assuming that we're getting another game. What if what we're doing now is nothing? What if it's a 26? What if we wait a whole other year? What if there's more DLCs? Well, we don't have a year 3 DLC, but we also don't have an announcement. I don't know what's happening.
You see that spot?
What's
that's going to be Klutch in the fetal position in that spot right there. I'm going to be sitting there with my hands between my legs crying if we don't get an announcement in the next month.
Did you hear that?
Mr. Marcel.
Don't make
me cry.
Don't make him cry.
I will cry.
If you make him cry, then I'm going to cry. And I never cry.
Don't make me cry.
Yeah. There's a really
no one wants to see a grown man with his shirt off crying in the corner, okay?
What to do? Stay up all night. Something could happen while you sleep. No, I haven't slept for crap the past 2 days. I'm not doing it again.
I dare you. Release it at 2 o'clock in the morning his time. It'd be perfect.
That's what they did for Farm Sim 19. No, they released pictures. What was the map they released on? It was Estancia Lapacho. They did Farm Sim 17 versus 19 for Estancia Lapacho.
Yeah. The fetus position? No, fetal. It's different.
Did I say fetus? Did you?
I don't think so. I don't think I said fetus position. I'm pretty sure I said fetal.
What's the difference? Well, they are torturing me, yeah. But I tell you what, if we can get another couple really cool DLCs for 22,
I don't think we're gonna get any more. I think this is
Massey Ferguson's, maybe a CR11, maybe some
we'll see it?
Macedon.
I know there was a screenshot that you've seen at one point in time that disappeared all of a sudden.
Oh wait, hang on. Do we still have those leaked pictures from a year ago in the thing?
I haven't seen them for a while. I don't know what happened to them.
Google Drive. I don't even know if we're allowed to talk about this.
I don't know, where are they? So let's go for it.
Let's do it now. Yeah, it was, Marcel, he's probably like, huh? What are we talking about? And I'm pretty sure Kermit is as well. Let's see. Farmster Show podcast. Leaked pictures. Oh, wait. Well, we got one of these.
Yeah, but there was one we didn't have, I thought, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. No, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. What's in Gleaner, too? He's like, what leaked picture? All right, so one of these we got. Where's the leak? This was a year ago, and the person that sent me these said not to say anything, but they saw stuff at an event, and it was at a Massey booth. Hang on. Present. I'm gonna get myself in trouble, but I don't know if I will or not. Nobody told me not to share these.
Except for when they sent it to you. Don't share these.
But it wasn't anybody from Giants that sent it. It was a random person. Window, Chrome tab, entire screen. Hey, I never get to tinfoil hat stuff. These, you remember this?
Yeah, I remember this.
All right, look at this. All right, so I don't remember where this was from or when it was taken or anything. But this was before that Baylor was released, and we got it. Kermit leaked pictures. I'm wide awake right now. I'm so excited. But that's not the one.
No.
This is. And I just realized that there was also something else in these pictures that I didn't notice. The 6S and the 7S.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Where's that? Just Kermit, why don't you... Wow, all the hype for that. Hey. Look for our viewers at home that are listening with their headphones on and nothing else. Person in charge of Mod Hub just trolled me hard in front of everybody. Where's this the mower? Wait.
I know, I think we talked about this briefly and we're like, well, maybe it's a Massey Ferguson DLC pack coming.
And I mean, we got a 6S, we got the 7S added to the game, and a free pack thingy. They got the Baylor in it as well. There's some mower.
I haven't seen that mower anywhere.
Haven't seen this mower anywhere. And this person had 4 seconds left, and they decided to take this picture. Imagine. This was 18.
Yeah, this was a long time ago, right?
The mower's so big. I mean, custom stuff at public events is far from elite.
Be quiet. You're wrecking the show. Just saying. Anyways, I still don't think we're going to see any more DLCs. That's my personal opinion. I think we're done. If you're going to ask me with my tinfoil hat on what's happening, this is it.
Cool. Well, I'm reading way past that.
I know you always do.
I'm hearing that they exist because Marcel said this on his hard drive, which I don't believe him, but he didn't say it wasn't real. And Kermit, he just said the whole thing. Having custom stuff for a public event is far from a leak. LOL. That means it's real. When are we getting it? I want that mower.
I mean, they could probably get you a Kubota one with a Massey Ferguson branding done tomorrow if you want it.
Man, look, I own a Kubota mower. You know how hard it is for me to go in and be like, hey, so you guys don't know me, but hey, I'm a huge fan.
I am, and I'm kind of a big deal. Isn't that how we were just talking about this beforehand? This is how you start your conversations, right?
Yeah, don't do that. Fill out the form like everybody else.
So do you still think we're going to get another DLC? I'm assuming you're in the same bandwagon as me, is thinking there's going to be a game announced in the next month, within the next month.
Well, it has to be, unless it's not the Gertie Rider Family. It's the Gertie Rider 2020. Get it right. It's a GR 2020. Have a small Kubota mower.
Like you assume, like I do, that we're going to see Farm Sim 25 or whatever it's going to be called be announced for this fall release.
Maybe it's a name change.
What farming simulator online?
Oh, can you imagine? Like, was it Ubisoft just shut down the servers for Crew, and people
just watching Linus talk about that. Yeah, I was watching that last night.
Oof. Rough.
Yeah.
Wait, so you do watch Linus Tech Tips?
Of course I do.
Thought you said you didn't watch him.
Yeah, I watch him all the time. It's you I don't watch. It's different.
Aha, okay.
Different.
That hurts.
So you're in the same boat as me, though. You think there'll be some kind of announcement within, do you think a month? You think by the end of the month?
The Farm Sim 19 was announced in March. Then Farm Sim 22 was announced in April. Farm Sim 23 was announced in March.
We're gonna go May. You think May then?
Maybe it's April again if they're going back and forth.
I have no idea. Do you just, are you assuming, like, what is your gut telling you? We're gonna get an announcement trailer within the next month?
My gut tells me I don't know anything because there's no pattern. It's so stupid.
So quit looking at the pattern. What do you think's gonna happen?
I don't think anything, but I know what I want.
Really, you're gonna play that card? You don't think we're getting an announcement then?
I mean, well, we have to. Well, they always do that. What I say always, there is no pattern.
Don't look at the pattern. What do you think's gonna happen? Quit looking at the pattern.
Gut tells me I'm hungry. Yeah, my gut tells me the same thing. We need to order some.
I'm trying to get you to answer a question.
All right. I still, he said, I can guarantee that whenever we have an announcement, it will be announced. That's PR talk. You reading that? I want food. This is the stupidest show ever. I got an email.
He's trying to get an answer out of Goham on what his opinions are sometimes, or he won't give me them half the time either.
Well, I still say.
Are you still looking at dates still?
Yeah, because that's what tells me. There we go. April
25 announcement. April 25th, you think?
That's what I'm going for. Lock it in.
Okay. So you think there will be a new game this fall, though?
I really hope so. It seems like there would be, because they're following the same pattern they did with 19 when it comes to DLCs, and the third-party one was the last one.
Giants would never put me in a corner crying with my shirt off. There's no way.
Not in the fetus position.
Definitely not in the fetus.
Especially with none of that on the back of your neck.
Yeah, okay. So what about other DLCs then? Okay, if that were true, if that were all 100% true, what you just predicted, will it be another DLC for this game, for Farm Sim 22?
If they're gonna wait until then, there's no way it could be then. The DLC comes out the week after. There's no way, because we would probably get early access sometime around then. There's no way. Oh, I don't know when it would be. Wait, is there a 15th? There's a 15th on a Wednesday. That's got a 5 in it. Farm Sim 19 was announced on the 9th. It's not unheard of. They've done it before. It could also be the 5th, which is a Sunday, but that is a divisible into 25. 5 times 5 is 25. I know
Guys at Giants, I know you're watching. I just love that you mess with him so much with dates. Like,
Dude,
and make him.
Do you remember the Kubota video I made?
The squirrel going on and off. Yeah, if you please, whenever there is an announcement, do the Kubota stuff again with the weird like graphic of some sort. Because I just want to see the little squirrel in his head run off the tracks again.
I just want to point out that that's the only DLC I've made that video for, because they didn't tell partners ahead of time. I don't know.
That was amazing, by the way. That was like my favorite Farm Sim show we did. Was talking to you about that graphic and you watching the little squirrel. Just it was perfect. It couldn't even be any better.
It was awful. I hated that. Had a lot of fun. And to be fair as well, Richard Dower was kind of to blame for some of it too, because he posted a picture of the tractor like almost perfect that would fit into it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm thinking, but now there's no way it could be April, because April the 30th is the last day of the month. That is when the DLC comes out. We know this. This is real information. Write that down. All announcements for the future must be cryptic. No. What? Why did I make him a moderator?
Please do.
So
go back to like the binary code. What was the one with the binary code?
That was it too, I think.
Was that Kubota as well with the binary code on it? I think it was.
Because there was like a code that read like for all.
Oh yeah. It was the Kubota slogan.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah, farm for all or something. I don't know.
Oh man, see, that was awesome. That was a really good release. I liked what they did with the Kubota stuff.
Now, Wednesday, May 1st, I have a haircut. I don't think they would announce it that day, because the DLC comes out the day before then.
Because you're getting a haircut? Is that why?
But I am getting a haircut.
They got my schedule. I got a haircut that day. They know not to release stuff.
And then there's no way they would do it the next Wednesday, because that is early access to the Micro Center that's coming to Charlotte, North Carolina, which I plan on being in line for. So there's no way that they would do that. Oh, it's in a month. Sweet.
I don't know what Chad. This is my conversations with him behind closed doors too. By the way.
Also have a haircut on May 22nd. What if they did it on the 23rd?
I mean, sure. Like I said, I don't read into it as much as you do.
I got it. I know exactly when it's going to be. I'm gonna write it down too.
Okay.
And it's a troll move by Giants. Because this is what I would do. Tuesday. They make announcements on Tuesdays, right?
Yep.
Tuesday, May 21st.
That seems way too late.
Because there was no Farm Sim 21. That's why they would do it. It's a troll.
Holy. Chad, I'm sorry you had to listen to this for the last hour.
There's a microphone. I need to drop it. Hang on.
You're going to wreck that microphone.
It's an SM58 too.
Still better what I'm using.
I was about to say it's an expensive mic. Hang on, I got to put it back.
All right. So we've come to the conclusion that within the next month and a half, according to DJ, we'll have an announcement trailer. Criminator or Mr. Marcel, you can agree or disagree with what DJ's saying right now would be great.
Tuesday. I got to write it down. I'll forget.
You know what? Maybe you should just reach out to us and have us do the announcement. I think that would be the way to do this. I don't know. He's writing it down right now. See, I think we should be the ones to do the announcement. I think the Farm Sim show exclusively should do. Right? Am I wrong? I think that should be the announcement should happen right here. Right? How about right now? We can do it right now, guys.
I have another day written down as
speculation
day.
You know what? You could give DJ the date. You give him like 4 days and just watch his head spin.
It was Monday, November 25th. That was the day that I thought it was going to release. I still say it is, but I think Tuesday, May 21st. I don't want to wait that long. That's way too long. Please do it like next week. That'd be super cool. But man, he's a hammer. It would. But it's not brand new. It's, I don't know, 6 or 7 years old, but it looks brand new. It's actually what Farmer Cop used while he was here. That's why it's right over there. He's just saying is bet we'll all be wrong. I mean, it's probably a reason I've never won the lottery. So,
well, I think we've debated that to death. We're both in agreement. We think there will be an announcement at some point soonish. I think we're a little bit disagreeing on the dates. I don't know I really don't even know what date he thinks anymore, but whatever.
Tuesday, May 1st.
It'll be November. We'll get a release, is my guess as well.
Unless we won't.
I think we'll.
Look, the last time we thought Farm Sim was going to come out, it
stop. DJ Cohab, you stop it.
We thought Farm Sim 21 was a real thing for almost a whole year, until one day there was like, no, that's not a real thing, and we had to tell people.
Yeah, but that was the same thing with Farm Sim 24. There was people that, if you go on YouTube, you could search up Farm Sim 24, and there's videos of people putting stuff out for that too. You didn't.
No, I didn't. No, I had somebody commented on one of my videos today. Actually, they said, "So does this?" Oh, it was the DLC announcement. They commented today and said, "So does this mean there's no Farm Sim 24?"
Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be a Farm Sim 24. We would have had that announced about 6 months ago.
What if Farm Sim 24 was Farm Sim Kids this whole time?
Where's that tinfoil hat comment? I need to put that back on.
What if it was supposed to be Farm Sim? I'm kidding. I'm done.
I think that beard, when you shave the beard off, it might have taken some IQ points with you.
No, now you could just see through the facade. And that was pretty fun.
See, Rob's right. I agree. 4 years. I think 3 years is too long personally. I like the 2 year cycle personally, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I know Giants will say they need the extra year to develop stuff. I get it, but at the same time, as a content creator, when there's new, fresher stuff, I like it. So of course I'm going to say every 2 years. Let's see where you're at in 2 years. It's great. Oh, you got a new game? Perfect. More content. Let's go. I love it.
No, there's been 4 or 5 desktop versions of Farm Sim since I've had a girlfriend.
Is that what you're ranking these on now? Is how many versions of the game has been out?
The DJ's girlfriend's still attesting. I was like, okay, so in 2014 there was Farm Sim 13 was out, but only for half a year. Anyway, I was doing really sad math.
Yeah, don't judge Farm Sims on the amount of girlfriends you've had.
Hey, at least, yeah. Well, I heard you say 4 years is too long. Really, 3 years too long. I'm like, what about 10? About 11.
Apparently, the real Rignall's advice is to grow a beard. Listen, I've already showed off my beard. Is this the one? Nope, that's not it. Is that the one? There we go. How's that beard? That better? It's still better than Goham's right now.
Yeah.
I've got a couple in here. There's a couple beards I can do. There, that's the one we had, right?
I really don't like that one.
I think that's how we should finish the show off. No? Listen, it's not nearly as gray as when I grow my actual one out either, which is kind of nice. Like, there's a patch right over on the side here that is just pure grayness.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We did not even get through any of the show. We got through the first topic, and I had 10 more.
Well, that's a good thing you wrote all that stuff down.
Man, I tell you what, I worked so hard. There's even a script for all of it.
There is.
Yep. Want to go over some top mods of the week real quick?
Let's talk quickly about it. Let's go. You got a whole list here.
I do.
And there was some good mods recently this week that came out, right?
Yeah. And big shout out to Giants as well. After the new QA office in Brno in Czech Republic has opened up, and some of those guys have gotten to work. Let me tell you what, mods have been going crazy. Used to, it was once or twice a week. Yep. We got mods 3 times this week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and it felt weird because we got mods for 10 days or for 2 weeks straight, Monday through Friday. Even one of those days, Giants wasn't in the office on Good Friday. Still got mods. Bam, mic drop. Anyway, so we've gotten mods 13 out of the last 15 work days, Monday through Friday. Super cool. John Deere Model A was released this week by EY Modding, brand new to all platforms, as well as the John Deere S7 from Agritono that released today. Also, Agritono released the Case IH Axoflow 130 series a few days ago. Super cool medium to large combine if you guys want to go with that. Also, if you want to use Case Tools, there's the IH 770. It's just 770 on Mod Hub. I don't know why they didn't put Case IH or International in front of it. You've got logos for both, including South American logos for those two, and then one that released today called Rent Your Stable. I don't like the beard. You got to get rid of that, man.
I'm just watching your face every time you look at the screen. It's making me laugh.
I don't like. That's why I keep looking this way. Like,
nope. I'm staying on for the rest of the show. One of us has to have a beard. That's the rules here.
So Rent Your Stable is very cool because there's, I don't know, it's like 15 placeables or something in it. You can place them either outside or inside, and then you're good. You're just good to go. I don't like looking at them. Me totally wasn't working on the bank holiday. You're right, Marcel. You super rock. A couple updates that you need to be aware of for all platforms that released this week. The Lizard Track series was also released on PC as the Mercedes-Benz MB Track. Those got updates. Got a brand new version in there. I think a 440 or something like that. Anyway, it's definitely worth checking that out. Fit 900 Vario S4 was released today. Update. Basically redid the whole mod. So check that out if you like Fent mods. Farm Mods TV, who's on my Discord, sometimes he's in streams. He released his update to the Anthem 6x4 pack, made it even better, as well as the Best Way Ag Retriever from Solar Guy. Didn't work the way everybody thought it was going to work when it released, and now it works the way it's supposed to. And then the Greenhouse Modular by Caster was also updated a bunch. A couple new mods for PC and Mac players. None very crazy. Crash 65032 released, I think Wednesday. New one for PC and Mac players. Just a semi-truck. We'll probably see a Lizard version of that soon. The last Teagle mod was released today from JHHG and Sid Modding. Their partnership with them, as well as the enhanced mixer wagon. It doesn't mix immediately anymore,
which is kind of neat. It's a little more realism-ish. I like it.
Yeah, and then a couple good updates for PC. The Krovitz K700 was updated. Again, the Mercedes MB Track was updated. Unload bills early. I think that now works in multiplayer, so that's kind of neat. And then two mods that are just so stupid. The enhanced water mod didn't work because the line of code to make it work wasn't in the game when it was released. So that's been updated. It was also not removed from the mod hub in that time. And the RVM PK1, which was released and wasn't in the mod hub. You downloaded the mod, but it just wasn't in the game.
Yeah.
So those were yeah.
The Agritono's S7 today was kind of nice. I have to admit, I was pretty excited to see that.
Yeah, you got the 5, 6, 7, and 8, or 6, 7, 8, and 900, somewhere around there. There's four models. One of them's got one engine. The other one has 3. Yeah,
that one, I was like, oh, yeah. I was just looking at the ratings on that, and Agritono's got some good ratings so far. So if you are liking that mod, go rate it. It's at 4.9 for the combine, and the header's at a 5 even.
Yep. And the header works great with it. It's 13 point something meters. It's ridiculous. It's John Deere corn head. So that is very neat. There was something else I was going to say, but I don't remember what it was that I was going to say. Yeah. Had some pretty cool mods. A couple maps as well. Check those out. The Westerwald, however you say it, from Cali. 191 votes. It's gotten 100 more votes since we started the stream.
It's a lot. That's a lot.
Go check it out. Must be pretty good. It's very small. So,
Did you get through everything there quickly? I mean, you ran through a lot of mods. Is there anything on the list? I'm looking through the list here. I can't see through my beard. See the rest of them.
There was one thing that I wanted to announce. From a modder, not for me. Sid Modding, no, it's still been 10 years. Sid Modding has got a new partnership with High Ground Ag.
Oh,
this is neat. So he entered a new partnership with them. They're a custom fabrication company. for agricultural tools based out of Greenville, Mississippi. They design fertilizer and sprayer accessories, as well as poly pipe rollers, which I don't know how we would use those in the game, but we can use fertilizer spreaders. So that's pretty cool. Their fertilizer it's like a cultivator with fertilizer going through it. Peyton Potter 155 on YouTube said the machine knives granular fertilizer on the side of the row, similar to strip till, but side dresses.
Interesting. I'm curious. I don't know. You got me.
It puts the fertilizer in the ground instead of putting it on top.
Yeah, on top.
Yep.
They also have the anhydrous stuff that we're kind of making a bit right now, right? Same idea.
Yeah. And then they also have stuff that like goes on the back of like your Mahindra or the John Deere, and I use those as fertilizer spreaders.
Yeah.
I think those you just strap down, I believe. But it's kind of cool. And there was a couple people that commented in my video earlier that said, "Hey, I've known the owner of that company forever. I went to high school with him." And somebody said, "Hey, I'm really good friends with the owner of that company. That's awesome." It's like, all right, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's very cool. But yeah, as far as all that, I don't know if we really mentioned at the beginning, Omatana had 2 of her mods names changed because they were too similar or exact to Farm Production Pack. So those names have been altered. I hope that we don't have to see that going forward. I think this was an oopsie. I'm assuming DMI probably just didn't even look to see.
Didn't even know. I'm hoping that's all it was for sure. Yeah. That seems a little shady otherwise, but hopefully that's all it was.
Yeah. Mistakes happen. I make them every day. And but malicious things are not good. So, hopefully. But otherwise, that's really just about it. Celebuki and Mapper's Paradise are teaming up to do a couple stuff. Check out my video from today and Wednesday for that. Class American Icons Big Bud Series 1s with Giants waiting testing currently. Slush's Modding are finishing up their Unimog for all platforms. And older
one. See another Big Bud coming out to the mod hub potentially.
Yeah, it's got the Welker logo for it too. Which is cool. Very cool.
I'm game. It's kind of interesting to see Big Bud making a return. That's cool.
Yep. And Lancey Boy, after 4 years, is doing another English style map. Last one he did was Oak Hill, if you remember that. That released in
I played the snot out of that one, to be honest with you.
2020, I think was
the last. When I played still European maps when I was more bigger into those. Yep. Good. Let's see what he's got. I'm game. You always know it's going to be good.
It's going to be fun. Was there anything? Oh, my HVAC went out.
It's going to cost you a bit, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was enough to where I asked my Discord the other day when I found. I was like, "Make sure you guys watch the ads and don't."
Is that why you shaved? It was getting so hot in there.
I went through a lot last weekend. I mean,
a little bit of a midweek crisis. Is that why you shaved? You wanted to change it up a little bit.
There was just a lot going on. You know how when people like start to go crazy, they shave their head.
Yeah. You had your Britney Spears moment. Is that what you're saying?
Let me tell you what. Friday last week, we didn't do the show, which was good because I had to have an electrician here and they had to flip every switch. So this is my office. This room shares breakers with the hallway right here, as well as the living room at the end. Down there is basically my movie room, more or less. And that was on a similar breaker to the overhead lighting, which is downstairs. The whole downstairs is on one outlet because there's one breaker. So all this is on a 20. The other one's on a 20. It was a 2-sided breaker. So it was like a regular breaker slot, but I had 2 20-amp thingies on both of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it. That makes sense.
I guess this is something they used to do a lot back in the day or whatever. So, so for that, those 2 things were on the same breaker, just, one on one side, one on the other. Well, every time I cut on the receiver in the movie room, the battery backup, which is here, if the power goes out while we're doing the show, I still have power for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It would beep and reset. It would click because you hear the fan come on, like it's like be like, oh, I lost power, and the lights would flicker. And I was wondering, I was like, why does it do that? But like when I'm in here and I turn my computers on, it doesn't do it. Only with that. And it turned out that the breaker that was on the outlets had gotten so hot, something had happened on the inside that the breaker had cracked.
Yeah.
And it was open and it was arcing to the other side of the breaker. every time I turn stuff on. And so I would turn that on, and then all the stuff in here would get boop, 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 and the lights would flicker and everything. And I got it set up.
Well, that house is pretty old, right? It's like
68, yeah.
Yeah.
Almost, man.
Just
almost.
almost.
Leave me alone.
Fair enough. Well, you got
yes.
so now you've got to replace your HVAC and get that set up.
You got HVAC, and it's either 10 or 12.
Didn't you do it recently? Like, didn't you do some of your HVAC? You were saying like 2 years ago, last year.
So the same company, they've been looking after it, but evidently the company they switched beards. Yeah, and his isn't even real.
How do you know? How do you know this isn't real?
Yeah, because it's Tony. Tony knows. Anyway, so they come every 6 months to work on the unit, just kind of like a home care plan kind of thing.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Hey, look at it so that nothing happens. And evidently, the people that have been looking at it, it needed to be replaced years ago, evidently, and they didn't want to have to tell me, so they've been doing little repairs to it so that it didn't have to be replaced. So they've been doing me a solid, but yeah, let's just say in its current state, if it's on and you touch the side, you will cease to exist.
Yeah, don't touch that bar that's back in the back there either. That could hurt.
Yeah,
that big metal bar. Don't grab onto that.
The guy here is like, yeah, it looks like they've been putting duct tape on a turd.
Speaking of turds,
thanks,
how
man.
did you wake up this morning? What happened? Never mind.
I may have made an air sound and it scared me.
Oh man.
Anyway, so I've got like 10 or 12 breakers that have to be replaced because they're all like the one that was causing issues. They haven't broke yet, but well, I don't know. So I have to do that and the HVAC.
Good luck with that.
Thanks, ma'am. So
I mean, it makes me feel better. I may have to build a new PC here sooner than later. Alex, what's going on, brother? Nice work.
What are you doing, man? Knock it off. The $49.99. We did have a bunch of people in here today. Can I give a couple shouty outies?
Yeah, let's do it. By all means.
Right. So, Mr. Alex Ward with the shouty outy. HVAC fun. Let's be fair. Some of that will be nuggies. Larry said, Klutch with beard looks good, unlike DJ's double chin. Look. So, next, we got Nathan343. What's up, bro? He said, I've been a member of the Sauce Family for 28 months. Where does time go? You became a member of the channel before I lived here. True that. I didn't even live here yet.
Was I too?
I lived I've lived in 3 other places before this when I met you.
I still yeah. I can do the thing.
Alex also asked if he wanted to send nuggies with the $2 super chat. And he membered for 58 months. Jeez, goodness gracious. And unfortunately, that's as far up as this thing will go. Can I go to activity? Oh, yeah, I can. Heck yeah, man. Nicholas with the 10 months. American Eagle with new member. Justin Snow with his. It doesn't say how long. It said new member, but he's orange. He's been around. Just Snow's been around almost longer than anybody. I don't want to look at that. Bram with the 14 months. Ronnie, new member. Lane with the 199. I said, hey, DJ from 82 Studio Streams. Real Ringles, 15 months. American Semi's new member, but he's red. And Farm Tech 51 new member, but they are you guys stink. Mr. Marcel donated €2. He said donation for the new beard. Thanks, man. And then Klutch wants me to look at his beard. Ugh, for 62 months. He was the first channel member. Of course he was.
Look at even the hairs. They kind of.
It's almost like they go straight through your fingers.
Yeah, it's just I can rub them. Oh yeah, it's great.
All right, now turn that filter off, and let's see what you look like if we weren't being catfished.
Okay, where is it?
Oh, Trucker Betsy with the 44 months. What happened to you?
Is that better?
Well flex as well since you don't stream. I'd rather you just hit the.
Do you want to see my beard now?
I'd rather you change the voice. I don't like hearing your voice with that face. It's uncomfortable.
Well, that was fun.
It was not. It was not. Fun.
I'm
None
gonna
of
try
that
and
was
stream
fun.
again potentially tonight. We broke the PC last night and stuff didn't happen, so we didn't stream. Maybe we'll do Among Us again, and we had the Clutchlings playing Among Us with us. They totally sold me out in stream. Totally sold me out. I got voted off the island, and I wasn't even a bad guy. So, anyways, if you see us on Twitch, you never know. We may be live on Twitch again, doing something different. You got a pretty face, is that what we're saying? Pretty mouth.
You got a pretty mouth. Come on, you got to use the voice.
I don't have the voice when I'm laughing. I can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah, so we'll see if we can be live again tonight. But the beard looked really good. See, Granny liked the beard, so I listened to Granny. Oh, this is like DJ's face right now. What is going on here?
Hey. Nuh-uh.
Definitely not this. You don't look this good.
I just don't like that. That style just doesn't quite look good on anybody.
Isn't it the style you had?
Oh yeah, Legacy's in here, but yeah.
Anyways,
Legacy a couple weeks ago after the show, it's like he just kept commenting on. We were messaging back and forth, but he just kept giving me crap.
I don't blame him.
Yep.
Please keep it up.
Over and over. I was trying to mow the yard. Nope. He wouldn't leave me alone. Gertie's beard, DJ would melt. Oh yeah, can you do Gertie face with the beard? Love to
I
see
would,
that.
but I have to stand up.
Grow a few hairs. See, this is hilarious. This is what I'm talking about. I've been dealing with this all week. All week. I think I'm gonna. I may have to do a video for like I don't know, for release channel members or something, or maybe for everybody. I don't know what would get more or less views, that or a blooper video. Be like, here's me reacting to everybody trolling my beard.
Oh
Like,
man. Okay, well, I do have some Clutchlings that are just coming home. I gotta go take care of. My day is being compromised. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out and checking out my amazing K-Sims beard. I think it's
CGI.
maybe I should just have this permanently on. I think it is a tattoo. I can't grow it this thick. It's usually like one hair that just kind of curls around and out.
You... I can't.
I broke them. Perfect.
I'm done, man. I'm done.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Are we doing this next week?
Hey, Anders, what up? Over 33 yeah.
Are we doing this next week?
I don't know. Next week I'll have air conditioning, so it won't be 80 degrees in here.
Right.
The Rebel Moon Part 2 comes out on Netflix next Friday, so I don't know if I'll be able to do the show or not. I'm free. I'm free. Look, every time there's a movie that I want to watch, no matter what it's on, I always put it in here. Like
Such a weak excuse.
What is it? The Boys comes out. Was it June? Is it June?
Oh boy.
Is it June? So yeah, June 13th. The Boys season 4 comes out.
Right.
Yeah, it's such a good show.
Well, thanks for watching, guys. I guess next week we won't do the show, or maybe you know what? There's one thing we could do next week instead.
Oh, what is it?
Huge shouty outie goes out to today's sponsor, G-Portal Game Servers. They promised to pay me in chicken nuggies for this. Did you know that G-Portal has the fastest game servers? And in fact, you can choose from a whole plethora of locations so you get the fastest speeds. Plethora. Plethora. I like that word. G-Portal Game Servers is also the easiest way to get you and your friends together in one game, regardless of which platform you play on. If it's Xbox, PlayStation, PC, any of you can all play together. And don't worry, you still get to play with all your mods. In fact, you can get 25 gigabytes of mod space on a G-Portal game server. And even with all that, though you're getting the fastest server, some of the most amount of mod space out there, I'm going to give you 10% off with a link down in the description. And believe me, that's like the best deal out there. You're not getting that just anywhere. In fact, I've looked, guys, and believe me, I'm looking for the best price if I have to pay to hang out with these two jabronis. And just remember, guys, G-Portal game servers, they're faster than DJ Goham going off topic. We may herd cats here, but We heard our livestock over on G Portal Game Servers. Make sure you get your 10% off. Link in the description. I went off topic for like an hour and a half today. We did so good. I mean, we kind of saw that one coming for some reason. I think the cats got a hold of it. And then was it the hamster or the cats? It was like a wild tiger. It's like, yeah, nope, don't do that again. Let me hear your wild tiger, DJ Bot. Let me hear your wild tiger. Rawr? That's not a very good tiger. But I just put the ducks on again because the feeding the ducks were off. I think the ducks didn't like your tiger, so. I don't know. But no, think about it. Like, the way things went today, right? Yeah, like, you put like, you know, the cats. Herding cat. Yeah, herding cat. You're running around trying to herd the cats. But think about, like, the way the DJ acted today. He was running for something. What's he running from? The truth? He's running from a tiger. Run! I don't know if it's a tiger. I think maybe he might have soiled himself and he's just really confused on that squishy feeling right now. If it's like a good thing or if it's a thing that maybe you should just go and clean up. Like, I think that's really what we're talking about here. No. He checked. It's fine. It was just air. It was terrifying, but it was just air. I don't know. I'm just, you think it's air, but then all of a sudden, like an hour later, it's very itchy. Yeah. What, itchy? No. That's why you... Nuh-uh. No, it's not itchy. No. I feel like it's itchy, chat. I feel like it's itchy. He's itching it up right now, I think. I wish we would have talked about this sooner. Your face is itchy. Your face is itchy with my itch. Listen, I got this awesome beard. When you haven't had a beard, it is super itchy. I get you that. But not as itchy as what you're dealing with. Yeah, my beard... Oh, sorry. DJ's beard was so itchy after he, like, shaved it and stuff. It's, like, all itchy and stuff on his face. And then he looks in the mirror and he's like, ah! You just said your beard, but then DJ... I'm so confused. I thought you were two different people. Are you just one person this whole time? No, he's CGI. Like your beard. Oh, burn! Because that makes sense. That really makes sense. It makes a little bit more sense now. I just got one more thing for you then. One more question about your beard. Do I want to ask this? I don't know if I want to ask this. Ask it! Okay. You know what? This is pretty private. I don't think you really want this to be asked in stream. No, you did. Tell me, hit me. What do you got? I'll hit you all right. Yeah, this is the last question. I'm really sorry I'm going to ask this. But why on earth